Intro. Hey everyone, and welcome to this video on narcissism. Narcissism is a term that is often thrown around, but do we really understand what it means? In this video, we will be diving into the topic of narcissism and exploring the narcissistic personality disorder. We'll be looking at the symptoms, causes, and treatments for this condition, as well as how it impacts those around the narcissist. So let's get started. Definition of narcissism. The term narcissism comes from the Greek myth of Narcissus, who was a handsome young man who fell in love with his own reflection in a pool of water. He became so enamored with himself that he couldn't look away, and eventually he died by the water's edge, still gazing at his own reflection. Narcissism, in psychology, refers to a pattern of traits and behaviors characterized by an excessive sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy, and a need for admiration. It can manifest in various ways, and it is often described as a spectrum, with some people exhibiting more narcissistic traits than others. Symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder. The most severe form of narcissism is known as narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. According to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-5, a person with NPD must exhibit at least 5 of the following symptoms: an exaggerated sense of self-importance, a preoccupation with fantasies of success, power, or attractiveness, a belief that they are special or unique and should only associate with other special or high-status people, a need for excessive admiration, a sense of entitlement, a lack of empathy, a tendency to take advantage of others, a willingness to manipulate or exploit others to achieve their own goals, a tendency to be envious of others or believe that others are envious of them, a lack of interest in the feelings or needs of others. It's important to note that not everyone who exhibits some narcissistic traits will have NPD. However, if someone exhibits a significant number of these symptoms and it is causing significant distress or impairment in their life, they may be diagnosed with NPD. Causes of narcissistic personality disorder. The exact cause of NPD is not fully understood, but it is thought to be a combination of genetic, environmental, and societal factors. Some potential causes include genetics. Studies have found that there is a genetic component to NPD, with people who have a family history of the disorder being more likely to develop it themselves. Environmental factors. Some research suggests that certain environmental factors, such as being raised by overly permissive or abusive parents, may increase the risk of developing NPD. Societal factors. Some experts believe that societal messages that prioritize success, attractiveness, and power may contribute to the development of NPD. Treatment for narcissistic personality disorder. Treatment for NPD typically involves talk therapy, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, or psychoanalytic therapy. In these types of therapy, the person with NPD can work with a therapist to identify and change thought patterns and behaviors that contribute to their narcissistic tendencies. It's important to note that treatment for NPD can be challenging, as people with the disorder may have difficulty admitting that they have a problem and may not be willing to change. It may take a lot of time and patience to see progress in treatment, and it is not uncommon for people with NPD to stop treatment before they see significant improvement. Impact of narcissism on others. The effects of narcissism on those around the narcissist can be significant. People with NPD often have a distorted sense of self and may have difficulty forming and maintaining healthy relationships. They may be overly critical of others and have a tendency to manipulate or exploit those around them to achieve their own goals. Those who are in a relationship with a narcissist may find themselves feeling drained, unimportant, and unsupported. They may also struggle with low self-esteem and feelings of worthlessness as a result of the constant criticism and lack of empathy from their narcissistic partner. It's important for those who are in a relationship with a narcissist to seek support and work on maintaining their own self-worth and boundaries. It may also be necessary to seek therapy or counseling to work through the effects of the relationship on their mental health. Conclusion. In conclusion, narcissism is a complex personality trait that can range from mild to severe. It is characterized by an excessive sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy, and a need for admiration. Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, is the most severe form of narcissism and is diagnosed when these traits cause significant distress or impairment in a person's life. The causes of NPD are not fully understood, but it is thought to be a combination of genetic, environmental, and societal factors. Treatment for NPD typically involves talk therapy, but it can be challenging and may take a long time to see progress. The effects of narcissism on those around the narcissist can be significant, and it is important for those in a relationship with a narcissist to seek support and work on maintaining their own self-worth and boundaries.